Guys, welcome back to Am Your Hero. So, we're trying to do our, do our best being adults, increasing our credit, so we know we can get a better car, house, things like that, right? So, I got butterflyspirit 314 here. She's going to tell you her experience that she just had, and the customer experience that she also just had about, how Discover with their credit line and how they operate. Go ahead and tell us.
So I was just applying for a Discover It card because I noticed my credit went up and things like that, over 600. So I was like, okay, let me apply for a Discover It because there was a guy on YouTube who said, well, the two cards you should get is a Capital One card and then a Discover It card. So I was like, okay, great. So I was like, hey, let me try to get a Discover It card because I want to raise my credit score up. So what happened is that I went to the Discover website. I'm gonna see exactly where I was at. I'm trying to get it to come up here. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So here's the website that says Discover It, right? You guys see it says Discover It.
Okay.
So it says Discover It. It said you earn cash back, we'll match it all your first year. So I'm like, okay, great. It says it's like no annual fee and everything like that. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can go ahead and, try it out. So right now, let me see. I'm going to start a new one to see if it'll work. The new one will work. Hold on. Okay. So this right here, it tells you to pick your card design and stuff. And I was like, oh, you get to choose your card design and everything like that? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll see if I'm like, I didn't know you can customize the card. I was like, okay. So what I ended up doing is I ended up picking, just pick the one I picked. So I ended up picking this one right here. I'm just going to show you guys what I picked. So it asks you to choose the card. So I chose like the island kind of card or something and everything. So it asks you to put in your information at the bottom. So it's going to ask you for your name, your home address, phone number, email, date of birth, social security number, citizenship status, employment status, total gross income, monthly housing rent payment, and bank accounts owned. And then basically it's going to show you like this information and stuff. It's going to show you like this information, and you're going to have to like scroll down. So I'm going to go a little bit further. Then it's going to like ask you for all that information, right? So you're going to complete that information and stuff, and you're going to click submit, right? And then it's going to tell you it's going to take about 60 seconds before it's going to make a decision. So then it said, it said that I was rejected from it. I was like, well, what's going on? I'm like, it says it's supposed to be for a Discover It secured card, because that's what I was trying to get. Because I was, when I went to the drop down, then I was like, well, I'm looking for an actual Discover It card, like secure card. I'm not looking for a actual like credit card and shit like that. That's not what I'm looking for, right? So I just figured, okay, I can go on the Discover It website and stuff, and I can just pick the Discover It, right? Because isn't that supposed to be supposedly the card? So I was looking at the card option and stuff, trying to see. So there's an option that says credit cards. So you see it says credit cards. So I was looking at this menu right here that says credit cards and other stuff, okay? I was looking at that, and then I pressed the plus button, and then it says apply for the best Discover credit card for you with no annual fees. So you notice that the card that they're showing is this one right here, okay? They're not showing the secured credit card or anything that I was looking for. So I'm like, what's going on? So what happened is that, I'm like, I ended up applying for the wrong card. I told the guy, I called Discover customer service, looked up their phone number. I told the automated system I wanted to talk to a customer service person for a credit card. They said, do you have a credit card? I said, no. I said, applying for a new credit card. So I went to a representative. The guy was like, I was like, well, I was applying for a credit card, and then it said that I got rejected from it. And he asked to look up my account, and I was like, how do I have an account if I'm just applying for it, So he asked for my name and then my date of birth and stuff, and they brought up my application, said it was rejected. He's like, oh, we're going to be sending you some paperwork within 5 to 7 business days telling you why we rejected you and everything. And I'm like, well, I didn't apply for that card. I was applying for the secured Discover It card. That's what I was doing. I said I heard from somebody on YouTube that the Discover It secured card and then the Capital One card are really good credit cards to get. I've been using the Capital One secured card and everything, and it's been pretty good. I've been growing my credit score and everything like that, which has been really cool, and I really enjoy it. You know, I really think it's pretty awesome that that's the case, you know, with that. So, for me, it's just like stupid because if you're looking for a secured card, shouldn't it be right there, like give you the option to click it? Because the guy was like, oh, well, you just have to hover over the credit cards and then go down to the bottom. I'm like, well, that's not, at the top, it's telling me, it's clearly telling me when I'm at the top, it's talking about the cashback card. That's what it's talking about, right? It's not talking about the secured card, right? And so I'm like, that's interesting. But I want to show you guys something when it comes to the Discover It card, because the Discover It card actually looks a lot like this card. So I'm just going to show you one more time. So this is the Discover It card, right? This is the regular one. I wasn't applying for the regular one, okay? I was trying to get it secured. Like I told the dude, I said, hey, can you guys reverse it? Because I want to, you know, apply for the secured. He's like, oh, you can go ahead and apply for, you know, again or something. I said, well, isn't it going to affect my credit score? He was like, oh, well, it can have a hard inquiry. Now, for those of you who do not know what a hard inquiry is for your credit card, not your credit card, for your credit score, what it means is that a hard inquiry is 5 to 10 points that you go down on your credit score, okay? Now, my credit score was going up, like I was saying. So my credit score went down. It's not under 600, but it's still above it, even if I lose 10 points. But it takes a while to get 10 points. And I was trying to get another credit card because I was thinking, hey, if I get another credit card, then maybe it'll be something that I can do and it'll be something great. So what I might end up doing now is that I think I'm going to try to do, probably through a credit union, I'm going to get another secure card that I can pay myself. Hopefully I can pay it like through an app like I do with Capital One and stuff. And, you know, I'm hopeful about that. But I'm not going to be dealing with the Discover It, because I'm going to show you what the Discover It actually looks like by itself and stuff. And so I have to Google Discover It secured card. Okay. Now, the guy that was in customer service for Discover said that there are a lot of Discover It cards. And I'm like, what do you mean there's a lot of Discover It cards? I'm like, shouldn't they have a different name for what it is? As opposed to, I have to distinguish between secured and the regular one, the cashback one. I'm like, well, why doesn't it have a different name? Like, why do they all have the same actual name and stuff? That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to show you what the actual secured card actually looks like. Because you have to actually you have to Google it. So here's the problem with what they're saying, okay? So I'm going to try to see if I can click it real quick here so you can see it. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Yeah, let me make it bigger. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the problem with that card, remember you guys, I told you that they look similar. So here's the Discover It card. Now this is a gray one. If you guys look really close, you'll see there's a blue one. A blue card. Now the cashback card had the option of a blue one, okay? And they also have, for the cashback one, they have a red one. Not a red one. They have a purple one and a green one, okay? That looks just like this card, okay? So it looks just the same, okay? Very much the same, but I'm going to see if I can get a bigger picture, because for some people, they can't really see it. So I'm going to look at see if I can get it to pop up and see if it can, let me see if it comes up with the blue color, because I want to see if you can get it in blue. Because from what I'm understanding, so here's the problem with that. So here is, where is it at? Okay. Let me see if this is the card. So the problem, I'm just going to show you guys this picture, but here's a blue credit card, right? This is a Discover It credit card. See, when I Google Discover It credit card, Okay? And when I Googled it, I Googled secure, right? But there's a secure card that's blue like that, right? But this one actually says, it says start with the right card, right? And it says free FICO score, credit terms, information, and things like that for this card. Now, this card, if it says rewards, doesn't that mean that this card right here is actually the regular card? But yet the secure card, you guys saw that they had a blue one, right? So isn't that misleading if they have credit cards of the same colors? I mean, how are you supposed to distinguish? I mean, for some of you guys who are trying to build your credit up, right? You're trying to start from, probably start from a pretty low credit score. You might be starting from 400, you know what I'm saying? And I started from around 400. That's what I started with, you know what I mean? And it sucks if you're trying to build your credit and you lose 10 points, because credit actually means stuff in life. It means the difference whether you can buy a car, buy a house, different stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, to me, it doesn't make any sense because of a simple thing, like applying for some wrong thing. I told the guy, hey, can you get rid of, remove the application so I don't have a hard inquiry. He was like, well, no, it's just gonna go through. It's not really something I can do about it. I said, so that means I'm gonna lose like 3 points or so or whatever. He's like, oh, I don't really know about points for credit and stuff like that. I'm like, so why are you working for a credit card company if you don't know what that means? You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't be a clueless idiot working for a credit card company. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And I just want to tell people my experience so you guys don't have the same experience. And take me very seriously because this could happen to you where you're applying for something, you think you're applying for one thing, but it's something different. Now, I did have a feeling, I was like, no, this is what it says it is, so I'm going to go with it. But it turns out it was the wrong thing. So I told the guy in customer service, I said I was going to make a video. Here I am making a video. Okay, so maybe they give people so much money and different stuff they don't care, maybe they don't. But this is just something that tells me how credit card companies think. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, I'm like, well, I might look into doing something else. Discover It is off my list. I'm not going to be looking into it. But the only way you really know about how businesses operate is based off of your experience as a customer. You know what I mean? So because of that, I highly recommend you guys don't apply for the Discover It card because they're going to rip you off. You may get confused like I did and you think that the Discover It is just a secured card, but actually it's many different cards, okay? One thing I will highly recommend is the Capital One secure card. That's a really good card. If you have a really low credit score, then you can apply for it, get approved in things. You may have to pay for a $200 deposit, but at least it's worth it. With my Capital One card, I'm going to keep using it like I was told to use it. And I think things are going to work out. I'm actually going to try to go through a bank to see, bank or credit union, see how that works for me. So hopefully that's going to work and things like that. And I think it should be fine.
Right. That's her experience. And as a customer, was she made whole? The answer is no. Will you be made whole if you mess up? No. So what you need to do is you need to call them. If you're going to do it, call them and ask for ask for the right card that you want.
Oh.
And go ahead and call them first and get them on the phone to do it so you can avoid the scam.
Oh, yeah, and the guy was like, oh, well, I'll put in a note for them to make an update on the website. I'm like, isn't it kind of late for that? Didn't other people get credit cards and y'all website was so confusing that you didn't refer to the secure card? But I think I'm just going to try through a bank now that my credit score is over 600, which is going to be, I think it'll be better for me as opposed to starting really low. You know what I mean? So.
And remember, it's going to take 10 points off your credit score if you get it wrong. And remember, every month, your credit score only goes up by 3 if you can pay. So that's going to take her.
I'm just going to say
it's going to take her 3 months, basically, because it's going to go up by 3, then 3, then 3, and then finally be 9. And she still have to go 4 months just to get that one extra point to finally get that 10 points that she lost. It's going to take you 4 months for one thing, for one scam. Don't fall for it. Thank y'all for watching.